Heya, I'm Fu, and welcome back to another episode of RimWorld. So, notice something. Ancient danger. Boo. So, right next to the base that we were attacking before, this is an ancient danger. I'm not going to break it open anytime soon. Just thought I'd let you know. Let's get back to work, shall we? So, this episode... Now, let's close that as well. Just double checking these walls aren't damaged at all. Kind of damaged, doesn't matter. Sorry, what was I doing? That's slow. Now, we were looking at getting a second cooler, and we're going to build the research bench and the comms table, because I'm thinking, at the very least, that researching the passive coolers is a great idea. Because I wouldn't be surprised, given that how quiet Cassandra's been recently, if we get something bad happening, ergo a heat wave. It's either going to be a heat wave or a raid. I'm hoping it's a heat wave because the heat wave's a little easier to deal with. And what's this? Ooh, we can actually make a drug lab. There's a thought. Oh, and it looks like the table's just been built then and there. Well, okay, now it's a trade-off between the passive cooler and the drug production. I'm wondering, this has still got a little while to go. Yeah, I think I'll go with the drug production, because that will at least we can play around with people's moods a little. Wouldn't suggest doing it in real life unless you're careful enough or know what you're doing. What am I saying? I should not, well, how about this? I'm not going to talk about real life and drug. I think that's probably a bit of a bad idea. Oh, hello? Current drug policy. Social drugs. Unrestricted 1 drink per day. Huh, that's interesting. Social drugs. Right. So, in theory, we need to get someone back onto research, and that would be Fu, so I'll drop that one down to a 2, and Fu should go back to researching. Now, it isn't too ugly there. We'll double check. It's only a 0.2. Well, it's not 0. How about that? Now, we all get a seat down, just so Fu's got somewhere to sit, which should help with the keep the resting going. So, I'll place a wooden chair there. Another thing. Glad to see that things are kept on wood and they're not going back to steel. They're staying on wood, which I'm guessing it's partly to do with what you built and, you know, something along those lines. Oh, we actually have more compacted machinery, so we've got more than 2. We've got, oh, this is a goods vein. I'm glad about this. Tashi, what are you doing? You're going to hunt cassowary? Yeah, I'm not going to complain. We do need the food, because, wait a second. Oh, that's the survival meals that we found. Quote-unquote found. Yep, and you're building the chair right under Fu. It's going to be an interesting experience, sitting on a chair while it's being built. You know, drills going in, hammers are smashing. And double-checking your needs now. Your rest is still going down. Why? Just have this. I will click on the chair, recruit. Click on the chair. Click on Fu, recruit and recruit space, and then unrecruit. Double check. Does it help? No, your rest is still going down. No, maybe it's to do with comfort. Yeah, okay, so you're sitting on a chair of normal quality. Cool. Now, just sort of thinking, what's the next thing we want to build? Oh, cool, we have a comms table built. And we do have power. By the looks of things, yeah, it has been hooked up already. Got a feeling that might start to tax our resources. Well, overnight, possibly. So any traders that come by, well, we could actually start trading with them. That said, we actually need the trading beacons up. Whereabouts are they? One of these days I'll remember which tab they're under. It's under miscellaneous, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Orbital trade beacons. So we want to sort of roughly position them to cover the entire area. So probably here, one there. And do one in just for the sake of it. That will overlap the entire area. Might also overlap some of this, which I could mine into. I don't think I will, because we've, you know, had sappers come through this area, which means I want to double thicken the walls as well. Oh, so many things to do. Focus on one thing, just one thing at a time, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things at a time, because I could do that technically. Surprised you actually took the door to get around. Obviously it must be faster to walk around like that. Also, can we please remove these stones? Because I think they are a little bit of a risk right now. See, that just flags them. I wonder if getting the smelter research done could be something. Do we have the smelter? We actually, what am I saying? We do have the smelter already. Yeah, electric smelter. We don't have the power for it, never mind. Though components should be a thing. Whereabouts am I looking? Ooh, wait a second, we have alpha beaver. We can get a revenge from these guys, can't we? I don't know if I want to flag them now. No, I think I'll leave them for the moment. We have one meal. We can live off one meal. I split it into like 5 different segments and eat one meal every few days, I guess. No, I don't think that will work very well. Well, that's all those components. That wasn't many components. Kind of wish there was just a few more. Now I just realised as well, it looks like there's a small cave here, so... Ooh, marriage. Ooh. Don't mind that one, because I think there's a cave. Maybe that will just reveal a little bit more of the area inside this mountain. So, marriage is on. Jump to location. Thank you. Well, I'm glad to see that these plants are actually up. I wonder, what's the beauty like? It's a -1 we used to... -4. That's not a minus, no, I lie. That's a 4.2. That increases in those fields. Yep, I think this was a good choice of places. That is the marriage zone, right? Oop. Marriage spot. Usable now. Cool. Glad to see. Let's turn this off now. So are people going to the marriage? Is it happening? When is it happening? I'm going to assume it's sometime. Well, I'll keep an eye on it. It may be actually a bit of time. My mistake. Let's stop watching it and do something else then. So I'm thinking getting the walls back up could be something. So it means that we can then cool everything. I think I will end up putting the... Oh, we need more bricks. No, we'll get the brick table. What's the table called? It's a stonecutters table, isn't it? There it is. Stonecutters out of wood. Requires 30 steel, but I think we'll be fine if we do it. Just realised something, because this is where I was going to put the high-tech research bench, but that requires extra space, and I've just screwed it up by putting that there. Oh well, I'm just going to screw up. No, I won't do that, because at least I could probably turn it sideways, possibly. Cancel that. Actually, try and place the stonecutters where the one seat is. I think that's where it originally was last time. So there we go. Place it there. Someone get around to building it eventually. So when is Fu going to get married? Opinions of a fiance? Yep, that's fine. Oh, what's that? Area revealed. I was right, there was a cave there. Not much of a cave though. I think I'll just leave that. It's not really any good to us, unfortunately. Bit of a shame. Oh, we got some steel kicking around as well, so I don't think we need to mine any steel. It's really tempting to open up the forbidden area, but I've got a feeling that it's going to screw us over if we do that. Yeah, probably won't then. I wonder. Yeah. I've checked before and I haven't spotted any more components. I don't think I've really missed it. Missed any spots. There probably may be 1 or 2 components hidden somewhere in a mountain, but I think that's it for the entire map, or at least that's all I can find right now. So hopefully a trader comes past sometime soon. Oh, these auto trade beacons have been set up. Excellent. Fortunately, we need power in there, so kibble across. Where we don't need it, we only need it around there, I think. Try and minimise the amount of steel that's being used. And we are crossing the threshold every now and then of being refrigerated and not refrigerated. So, the other thing, how many components do we have? It's listed in one of these tabs, I'm assuming. Or I could just look here and I don't actually see any, so I'm going on the assumption that we have no components. This only required, that was only what? Build a copy. Does it tell us? 4 components. Okay, that probably used up all the components then. Well, that's actually a shame. Oh, the conduit's actually built. I wasn't even watching. It's done. Excellent. So when a trader comes past, we might actually be able to trade something with them. For once. Because it's been a while since we've had anyone come past, or we've actually had the ability or had a chance to trade. So I'll have to see. Looks like we'll deal with this in the morning. Well, once again, morning is struck. It's one thing to look forward to, I guess. A new day. Knowledge that today isn't the last. It is rainy, it's 12 degrees Celsius. It's not negative, so people won't... Well, actually, what am I saying? We can check the gear. Minus 31, minus 13, minus... Yeah, what I was saying. Everyone's fine. That's their comfortable temperature range in the negatives. I'm surprised. Minus 31, that's pretty cold, actually. I don't think quite well, where we are, we won't have to deal with such a negative moodlet. Oh, sorry, a negative temperature. We do still hit the heat quite heavily, so having a thicker wall may be something. I'm still not sure. I keep hearing that it is a thing, but I've actually never really double checked if it is something. Having a thicker wall keeps the cold in. Logically, I guess it makes some sense. I guess it does make some sense. But whether or not it's actually... Yeah, anyhow. Let's see, we want to... Whether or not it actually works in RimWorld is another thing. Passive cooler, psychic refining. These are flake anode, different euphoric drugs. Ooh. Let's see, what's this? Malaria block? Malaria prevention. Well, actually that could be a possibility. We do have marshland around our base. What else? We've got hydroponics, go juice production. Just double checking. Because the research that we researched was drug reduction. Because we do have, what is this, smoke leaf. Let's see what the info says. It doesn't tell us anything more. Just wondering what bench, if it's a production table that we need, or how it works. So I'm not really familiar with it. I've literally just, oh there we are, drug lab. 75 steel, 8 component, never mind. There's me hoping we might be able to make some drugs for our colonists. Darn. No more marijuana for you guys. Or no marijuana at all. Okay, well, that was a bit of a waste of research time, so where am I going? Research. We can... What's something useful now? Carpets, that's going to be useful for us. Yep. Electric cremation, auto doors, well it's just a waste of power for the time being. Just trying to think. Hydroponics, smithing, that's creating weapons and tools. Brewing, we could actually brew some hops when I think about it. That's probably what we can do, yeah. Yep, I am pretty sure that's probably the next thing we'll work on. Otherwise it's pemmican. But we don't need pemmican, I don't think. It's a combination of meat and was it fruit or vegetables? Fruit and herbal. No, fruit? Meat and vegetables, there we go. And that's actually -1 inside. Awesome. That is nice and cool. Oh, it's a lot cooler outside, so I guess it can make it to that level, but... Huh. Let's see. Now, I haven't seen any messages for anyone coming past, which is a little bit of a shame. I'd love it if they did. Double checking. So the fuel isn't being affected by the rain. Out of curiosity, it isn't. Is it covered at all? Don't know if I can really see if it's covered. It is dark. Constructed roof versus. So there's no roof. Okay. For some reason, I had the thought that fire put out a fueled stove, which it doesn't. So I'm not going to complain. And we also have the stonecutter's table set up. So let's get some bricks getting made. So we're going to do until we have a very large number, I think 1,000. Given that there are, what, 4 types of bricks, or 4 types of bricks that we can make, so that's around, what, 250 each. Probably set that higher, but for the time being, I think that's going to be fine. Yep, I don't need to change any of those settings, and someone can get around to it when they have the chance. I think everyone's still pretty busy. Though, what's it, smithing? No, it's not smithing, it's construction? No. Probably crafting. Let's see. Produce drugs, cut stone. So it's part of crafting, so I might just flick... Well, maybe not Tashi. Crafting skill 3, 1. What am I saying? You can go on to 1. We'll drop down your mine down to 2, which means you should start producing some blocks. Whereabouts are you? Hunting turkey. Wait, is your hunt on 2? Okay. And you've just gone to bed, right? Nope, you are meditating. Also, fine. I just realised we could actually get some power cables in. I mean, people don't spend a lot of time in their rooms, but... Do we want a prisoner room as well? We do need a medical room. I guess technically our medical room is this one down here now. You still haven't hauled these items. You know what? I think I might see if I can get... maybe not... I'll turn Jabir down to a 2 on cleaning and a 1 on hauling now. I think we'll have at least 1 full-time hauler. Ignoring the plant cut, because the faster we cut the plants, the faster we can replant them and so on. So that's that one for you, and we have 1 full-time crafter, yep. And the other 2 are pretty generic with a lot of things. Nope, you are the Y is the miner. Okay, that works. Well, we'll see what we can get done in the morning. So, you wonder what we can do now. A lot of the places cleaned up. We could, I guess, haul out these items. Are they a negative modifier? They are. I didn't think steel was that ugly, but I guess maybe I can just zoom out a little, double click on that. Yeah, so that's a few bits of slag around the place. Maybe I'll just get the closest bits of slag, because I'll get them to haul it out, I guess. Yep, double click again, try again, there we go. We'll get them to haul it out there, so since we have 1 full-time hauler, they will, yep, start hauling all those items in there. Does mean that it will be out of sight, but not out of mind. Definitely no, because we can get the steel back out of these with a little bit of effort. Which is certainly my intention, and this turkey should be hunted. What else? We got some clothing outside that's probably very damaged, yeah. It can be left there for the time being. I don't think we can really do too much about it anyhow. Tashi, you are playing with horseshoes. Let's see. Your space, good. Comfort's going down, yep. Beauty is relatively high and your joy is going up. Cool. So yeah, it is pretty hard that your son's has died. What's it? Only about another day, and you'll be able to get through it. You'll get over it. You know, I kind of wish it was that easy to sort of work out when you got over something or when something was going to be done. You know, you'd probably be a very good project manager if you could tell to the exact minute when things were meant to be done. But 'tis is not life. Anyhow. We've got a lot of potatoes and they're getting ready, and these corn plants are nearly there as well, finally. Don't know if corn's really worth it. I'll probably have to weigh up the numbers again. I guess some people could probably say it's a matter of opinion. And what about this smoked leaf? Yeah, so it looks like the smoked leaf is just something we're going to have lying around until we can get the drug lab, which requires a few components, a few more than I kind of expected. 8 components is a fair amount. It's as much as the... I was going to say much as the high-tech research bench, but it's not. High-tech research bench is only a 10, so... High-tech research bench is a 10, not only a 10. Okay, what am I doing? I was looking at the numbers here. The other thing would be to put the electric stove. We'd have the components. There has to be a way to build components. I'm very sure there is a way to do it. If I recall correctly, this requires a lot of steel. Let's double check what the research has to offer then. So I'll be back in just a sec. Oh, I wasn't wrong. Component assembly allows you to build a component assembly branch where colonists can make components from simple materials. We're nowhere near that. That's a lot. We need the high-tech research center, so that's at least 10 components, and then the multi-analyzer, which is its own other building. So that's going to be a no. That said, even deep drilling is expensive. Well, that's a shame. Moisture pump. Yeah. We need the components and we're stuck. I guess, oh, you're harvesting the corn finally. That is, what's that, 30? That is, what, 19, 38, 57. Okay, so you're getting around about, what, close to 20 corn for every crop. It's not too bad. And I'm assuming you're using the fuel stove. Yep. What's our wood like? Because that is the main material. I don't see any wood. Hello. You're going to be chopped. And so are you, and you, and you, and you. There we go. And I guess I can get mark or flag. Flag these ones also to be chopped down. So it's just going to be a matter of time. So I'll get around to doing it. Now, how are our animals going? Because I haven't checked on them for a while. Needs, your food is fine. What about you? Your food is also fine. I think that was a good idea. Just leaving them, or giving them a pasture to work on. Because they will eat grass, and it makes our life a little bit easier to deal with when they're not eating our, well, all our crops. Oh, what's happening? We have a day's tashi. Oh, I was hoping we could just get past it. Because it is to do with your son's death, unfortunately, which is minus 20. It's only another... Oh, wait a second. For some reason I'm reading the 13 days as 13 hours. My mistake. We've got a lot longer to go. That's a shame, and you ate without a table. Well, that's a simple thing that we can fix. I guess, let's see, how many bricks we have? We are increasing in bricks. Excellent. So let's build a wall. Let's not make it wooden. We'll make it probably out of sandstone. Got 114 of those. See if we can just build a wall. Oh, what is that? That's roughly where the door is. So to here. Another one to here. Trying to do, yep, okay, awesome, they're already building it. That's nice and faster for you guys. Guess we can pull it across to oh, wait a second, escape. I don't want to do that. I think I'll pull it back in. I was wondering if I should just like make a line all the way along here. So bring the wall one in, but I also realised a lot of this is aligned up for one less indent, so I'll pull it in. It's not going to be the end of the world. And go there, here, and there. Fill in some of the extra gaps that we're missing as well. Don't think we have the sandstone to do all that, so I'll leave that to be. Leave that to be? I'll let that be then. There we go. So did Fu get married? Because the thing is, I can't tell. You're still a fiancé, so you haven't had the wedding quite yet. Okay, we got no low medicine. What am I doing? Careless Fu. Put a growing zone. This one will take a while. I know that much. Probably do that size, but we should be able to do. Where is it? Hillroot. Minimum skill of 8, and someone does have an 8. Probably should have done this a while ago. Oh well. Can't remember everything all the time. Whereabouts are we looking? We're gonna also see if we can get a concrete floor in. Concrete isn't that nice. I'd rather if we do it with the bricks. We have, what's that, marble blocks. Let's make some marble floors. I think, well actually, make that into a marble floor, make that into a marble floor there. Where else? And then it will just be concrete for the rest of it, which is only steel. 29 steel. Okay, that's not as much steel as I would have hoped for. But as long as we have a path around the place, that should... Well, people should prioritise walking on it because it should be faster. I think I might also expand these zones right up to the edge of the walkway. Maybe not the roses though. And we also need a walkway along there. Yep. Just thinking, what else can we do? Go one down. Yep, expand that across. There we go. It's not a bad design. Now let's expand these growing zones, shall we? So these growing zones are going to be expanded right to the very edge. I don't know if that's going to harm the looks too much. Oopsie daisies. That's not what I want. Let's delete the zone, try again. Expand it. Yeah, there we go. Because I was considering putting statues up in this area at one point. I guess we can still do that, honestly. There's nothing really oh, darn it. There's nothing really stopping us too much. There we go. Nothing stopping us apart from the fact that we don't have any components. We don't actually have any statues to put down. Which is a bit of a shame, but, you know, deal with it. But, what am I doing? Nope, don't want that. Try it again. You need to expand the zone, not make a new zone. There we go. Also this zone. Oh, darn it. Trying to expand this zone correctly. And there we go. You know what? I could technically line that up a little better. I think I will. Pull it down there. Cancel the job for flooring. Which is, what's this one? Remove floors? Nope, it's cancel job. And just get the concrete tile across here. There we go. A little more even. It does maximise our space a little better. I wonder, also, can we get the marble through here? Don't know if it's going to be too late to do that. Well, I don't know if people are really going to enjoy the wedding, given that it's concrete tiles everywhere. Oh wait, that's not did I do concrete? I really hope I didn't. It's meant to be marbles. Marble. Can't tell. Okay, I'm just going to cancel the blueprints. Try it one more time. This time, more observant. Foo will be more observant and we'll get this right. There we go. So that is marble tiles. Make that area a little more fancy. There we go. So we got a big crop of Hillroot here. We have one for smoked plants. And the growing zone, yeah, I'm going to allow for sowing. Don't see a reason why not. Why we shouldn't keep this here. Potato plants, and I guess to some extent we could make a tree area down here. Don't know how well our defences will be holding up, but we'll find out. Well, we'll find out what we can do in the morning. Morning has once again hit an our very fine colony. Still dusty in some places, no thanks to the leftover ash. But, oh, hey, we got brewing. Excellent. Well, I'm going to quickly get something else set up. I think the passive cooler will be a good thing. There's no harm in researching it, I guess. We still get televisions, that's something. Carpet making, incendiary. Now how about, is there mortars? Because I wouldn't mind getting some mortars, given that we do have a couple of mortar shells. That may be in the next section. Mortars 2000, which means we need the machining. Where's machining? Can we click on that? Really, honestly, I kind of think that these should be hyperlinks so you can just, jump back in your research. I wouldn't be surprised if someone has already made a mod for like a research tree. So at least you can work out a little easier what you need to research now. So, where's machining? I don't know if we have it. Let's see. I don't spot it, so it's probably in this area. Yep, machining, which requires smithing. Oh, smithing's our next bit of research. There we go. I'll let people keep on doing their thing. Oh. Not quite there with the wall, but we're getting there. I'm also thinking I might make a little bit of a funnel point as well. Because this is a pretty wide area to deal with, and it's, I think, a little too wide. But I think that might be something to do for another episode, because once again we have hit the wrapping up point. So, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I have found it more enjoyable that things are actually happening again, and I'm not walking backwards in time, with having to reconstruct everything from scratch again. So, if you've enjoyed it and you have something to say, feel free to leave a comment or even hit the like button, because everything helps, honestly, keep this channel growing and growing. So, as I've said in the past, and will say in the future, I'll see you around sometime.